I'm Shannon Pruitt. I am the Chief Marketing Officer for The Honest Company. I think first and foremost, do your values align, right? Is our audience there? What are they doing? How are they behaving? What kind of insight can they provide for us about what our audiences are doing there? I think that's sort of table stakes. And then beyond that, in terms of which creators and how we partner with them, is always sort of applied to what is the goal, what is the role, what is the need from the business side that we need to do, how will we think about success for this? And then sort of depends if it, what kind of creator it is or what kind of platform or partnership it is. I've always believed that, if you do one thing in isolation, it's like a tree falling in the woods and whoops, you blinked and missed it. This is how can we take it and scale it? How do we get, more people to see it and earn their attention? So there's sort of a cadence in terms of how we would think about those types of partnerships. But they all come back to how will they overarchingly drive our business? How do they, connect with our audiences, and what more can we understand about our audiences so we can get them know to better and continue to deliver more value to them over time. I don't know if there's per se a difference. I think we're all actually united by social media and the primary distribution channels for our creators, right? And so they are continuously inspired by one another. While the imagery might change in the background, the reality is they all have very similar desires with what they're trying to do for their brands if they see themselves as a brand. But I do think, there's probably a little more cool kid atmosphere in Los Angeles versus New York, which is slightly more sophisticated, versus sort of a lot of like Salt Lake City creators, which might have that more like family kind of vibe. So it really, it's quite interesting, and depending on the space that you're in, right? Like if you're Adidas, you're doing something different than we're doing in many ways, but it actually doesn't mean that through an intersection of passion and interest that there's not crossover. It's an amazing time to be a brand, which is why this panel was so interesting, because do brands have a rightful seat at the table? 100% yes. Will all of them survive? No. Right? And how you bring your brand values and your mission and your purpose to life in a way that's meaningful and matters to people, but also addresses them and delivers to them where, when, and how they are actually behave, right? Those will be the brands that win.